Libra, welcome to your reading. So I'm going to start here with the Celtic Cross and your current energy, which is already coming right out. Let's find out what's influencing you right now. Let's find out about your past. Interesting. Okay, let's find out about your near future. What else is influencing this situation? All right, Libra, what is going on? Let's see if we can get one card here with your potential outcome. So looking here at the bottom of the deck, I've got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So there's something that you're not putting your energy towards. It feels like you're just withdrawing a lot of who you are right now in this moment. Right now, here's what I'm seeing. I got the Nine of Pentacles with your current energy kind of being influenced by the moon. So there is some sort of secret, something that you're keeping to yourself. You're deceiving yourself. You're not allowing yourself to see the full picture in a situation. And so what it's doing is it's kind of forcing you to remain single if you're currently single, or it's more just focused on yourself and your own abundance and how do you create your own wealth. You're very focused on yourself right now and whether or not you're really seeing the whole picture. It feels like in a way you're really deceiving yourself right now. And what it is you need to focus on, I'm getting the Page of Wands. So there's something here you're not doing that the universe wants you to do. There's some sort of action that you need to take. I'll find out more when I clarify, but it feels like there's something that you need to do and it might be outside your comfort zone, but the universe is kind of pushing you in that direction. And it feels a lot like it's around some sort of communication. I can see the King of Swords here in the reverse in your past. So there was definitely a period of time where you needed to release something and you chose not to. You're holding on to something here. And it feels a lot like it's influencing your current energy. It feels like you're holding on to something or you're seeing something in an unclear way. You're deceiving yourself again. I am getting the Wheel of Fortune here in reverse in your strength position. So I'll find out more when I clarify, but when it comes to being able to turn your circumstances around, you know what it takes. You're a Libra. You are always looking for that balance in life. You are always looking for that equal give and take. And so when you feel like things are working against you, you may live in that energy for a minute, but then you're always looking for a way to improve the situation and you're always looking to turn that wheel. Hermit card in the near future. So a lot of the work still needs to be done internally because again, it feels a lot like there's a lot of self-deception going on here. There's something you're not letting yourself see. There's something you're not letting yourself open up to. There's a communication you're not having. But there's also something here. What's influencing this is that you feel like you lost something. There's something here that you were really trying to hold on to for a long period of time, and that's why you aren't releasing it in your past. And that's what you're holding on to. But at the same time, holding on to all of this is not making you happy at all. This is something that's actually really making you unhappy, and it's really kind of clouding you. Like it's almost like you feel like this dark cloud is over you for a good portion of the day, probably every day, but it's really a result of what you're telling yourself and what you're convincing yourself. I'll find out more when I clarify. Five of Pentacles here. Again, this is a fear. You have probably been left out in the cold in the past. in past relationships. And so this is a constant fear for you. You don't want to engage in a situation or in any kind of relationship and have that person leave you, like what has happened to you before. Empress in reverse in your potential outcome. So there's something here that needs to come to a close. And this feels very connected to your past. So you may have had children with somebody, or you may have seen somebody as the person that you wanted to spend the rest of your life with, or just that type of committed energy. But what I'm seeing here in the potential outcome is that that's something that needs to close. That's a chapter of your life that needs to close. Let me start clarifying and see what we can find out. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles with the Moon. Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you're doing this all internally right now. You're not actually... This is why the universe wants you to focus on the Page of Wands in the upright, because the Knight of Wands in reverse indicates to me that you're not taking any action to move away from this energy. You're allowing it to just stay stagnant. You're okay with the self-deception, even if on some level you recognize that there's some sort of self-deception. You're not allowing yourself to move forward. You're blocking your own progress. Page of Wands being clarified with the Nine of Wands. You have your walls up. For sure. Absolutely have your walls up. I can see that very clearly just based on what you've been through. But there is an energy here about moving forward and starting to let your guard down. Focus on taking these moves. And these could be just baby steps that you need to take. Nine of Wands energy is still very much an internal energy. This is not an external thing. You don't physically show a wall to somebody when you meet them, but you can let it break down a little bit each day or a little bit each week. And over time, you're going to realize that you let other people in. Not everybody's going to treat you the way the person in the past did. Tell me about this King of Swords in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse. There was a romantic relationship here, and this person... Things didn't work out, and it really kind of weighed on you pretty heavily. It really affected you mentally, for sure. Maybe even physically. I'm not getting any of those cards right now, but there was probably a period of time where it physically affected you too. But what I'm getting from this is that there was a period of time where it ended and you just didn't release it. You weren't ready to. Tell me about this Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Judgment in reverse. You've got a cycle here that's ending. This tells me that, again, when things aren't moving in your favor, you know you have options. You know you have choices that you can make to change things. So it's a matter of taking those choices, and it's accepting the unknown. The Hermit is being clarified by Justice. This is your card, for sure. This is you being inside your own head, looking for that balance. You want a better way of life. I know you do. I can see it. You're always striving for it. I get that energy from you. It's just right now you're sitting in a funk. Tell me about this Four of Pentacles in reverse. Five of Swords in the upright. Because of what you went through, and because you didn't feel like you lost a piece of your own security, your own stability, things like that, you're very defensive, and it's almost like you're just on guard all the time. And I'm getting that with the Nine of Wands too. Tell me about this Sun card in reverse. Seven of Wands in reverse. You feel like somebody got the upper hand in this situation. And that's clouding you. You wanted the upper hand. That's part of the reason that you're sitting in this funk. Tell me about this Five of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. Now it's coming out. This is pain. This is grief. This is anxiety. This is sleepless nights. You don't want any more of this. You do not want to be left out in the cold. You don't want to go through that emotional turmoil that you went through in the past. It keeps you up at night. This is what prevents you from actually taking steps to let your guard down, to let somebody else in, to make a move. Tell me about this Empress in reverse. The Moon in reverse. When it comes to this person, you know you need to release everything that happened here in the past. But what I love about this is that you're actually seeing it. There's going to be a period of time, if you haven't already recognized it, there's going to be a period of time where you finally see things as they really are. That you really see the power plays for what they really were, and that you don't necessarily need to have the upper hand to that other person. So if you've been always trying to one-up somebody or just maintain the upper hand, sometimes the best revenge is just moving on, because you don't give any more energy into that situation. And there's going to come a period of time where you're going to recognize that. And it's coming in the near future. I mean, this is your potential outcome in this situation. So I see it coming up in your card, so it's not that far out. And the card that came out for you was Adventures. Let's see. What the book has to say. Something exciting is around the corner. You are entering a new frontier filled with expansive energy. Begin to look at your world in new and different ways. Something you thought was mundane or someone whom you may have overlooked will open the door to new opportunities and a bigger and bolder way of living. Be willing to see the world around you in new ways. Don't be lulled into complacency. This card appears when you're ready to remove your blinders and take action, so life doesn't become stagnant and lackluster. It can also signify incredible spiritual attunement and spiritual voyages. Libra, that feels very much in line with what the universe is trying to push you towards. So this is your reading. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.